Welcome to an AUM School of Education tutorial. Over the course of this tutorial, we're learning about the smartboard technology, specifically the notebook software that comes with every smartboard. So we're going to begin by opening up, actually it's already open, what you see here is your Smart Notebook interface. This area here that I'm circling right now is the area that you have to work in. Now, in some ways, you can compare Smart Notebook to PowerPoint in that you can have multiple pages. So let's talk about the pages. You can see right here, you have a page. And to add a page, just as it is in PowerPoint, you can click this little green plus sign and you add a page. Now, it's kind of tricky initially to use the Smart Notebook because it's not the most friendly interface. Let me show you what I mean. Right now, if you click right here, that's your mouse cursor. But you can click on these other options and these further menus open up and you can go ahead and you can put shapes, triangles, squares, you name it. You can do all kinds of shapes. But if I try and move them around right now, you'll notice it just keeps making shapes. So after I've created a shape and I want to manipulate that shape, I've got to go back to the mouse and then I can drag them around inside the Smart Notebook program here. You can click other areas like this, and now you get a 5-sided, it tells you the number of sides you can see right here. So this is very handy for a geography class or a math class. And let's say I want to manipulate my shapes a little bit more. Watch this. What I can do is I click on the shape itself, and this right now shows me that I'm controlling the actual shape. If I click on this green circle and I move it like that, just move the mouse, it kind of rolls it. I can maneuver it or turn it at an angle. And this little circle at the bottom of that square, that's going to allow me to blow it up as big or as small as I need. Now, something else you need to realize, when you click on the shape, there's actually a drop-down menu in the upper right corner here. So as I click that, you can see all these different options. I can clone it, copy it, paste it, I can lock it in place, flip it. But what I really like to do is go down to the properties. Now if I go down to fill effects, I can give it a solid fill. I can choose any color I want in this palette of colors, but I can expand that palette just by clicking here. And I get the full color wheel. Now another option I have, I can control the thickness of the lines on the shape. As you see, as I click through here, it modifies them. I can even change the color of those lines. I can also animate it. So if I wanted to, I can make it fade in, I can make it fade out. I personally like to make it fly out. So what that means is that once I click it, it's going to go away, just like that. Alright, now let's continue on. Same is true, you have a text option here, and you can see all the text. You have different fonts that you can choose from. If you're on a Macintosh, you have a lot of fonts. Same is true of Windows to choose from. You can choose the color of the font that you want. You can see it just types right in. And again, the formatting is down here under paragraph. I can turn it so it's vertical or horizontal. I can right or left align it. I can center align it inside of the text box. There's just several different options. And again, because this little circle is here, I can manipulate anything inside the smartboard, and I can also blow it up. And if I want to click on it and drag it, whoops, I've got to go back to my mouse button. I can drag it around. Pretty easy. Now there's other options that you can see, like for instance over here, you'll see your clipboard, which allows you to paste items from a Word document or maybe a PowerPoint, any kind of image that you might have copied. This allows you to capture your screen, and what that means is you're actually taking a screenshot of what's on your desktop and putting it into the Smart Notebook file. We don't have any of these in the School Education AUM. There is a camera that you can hook directly to the smart board. As I said, we don't have them, so we're not going to worry about going over that. But these are some neat tools right here, these measurement tools. You can see you have a ruler, you have a compass, triangle. And here's our compass. Let's take a look at it. See, I wanted to adjust it a little bit. And it tells you the angles. It's a pretty neat little tool. I also like using the protractor. And again, I can adjust these as I need to. I can even go 360 degrees. Very easy to use. Alright, now I'm going to go back to another page. We'll go to our second page. We have all this material. Oh, well, before I do that, what if I wanted to get rid of all this? It's very easy. I click on my mouse, or I could erase, but not everything erases. Like these shapes that were created, they're not just going to go away. If I had used, say, a pen like this and had been drawing, that would allow me to erase. But how do I get rid of all these other shapes? Again, it's very easy. If I draw a box using my mouse around all of these items, you'll notice they all get highlighted with their little rectangles. Now I hit the delete key on my keyboard, and they're all gone, including that guy that I missed. I can also do the same right here, and just hit the delete key. Very easy to use. Now, it's very important that you realize that along with the Smart Notebook come a lot of tools that are built in. If you click this little button right here, you have this huge library of interactive, well, some are interactive, some are pictures, and some are actually sounds. But let's take a look at these pictures. You can scroll through, and you have just a huge number of kind of manipulative different items. Some are related to history. Let's take Abraham Lincoln, for instance. I want to take this picture, and I want to put Abraham Lincoln onto my Smart Notebook, so I just drag him right here. Now once he's here again, I can just make him bigger. I can adjust it and turn him sideways, upside down, however I need to. Or just delete. Now something else that's a lot of fun. I'm going to go back and I want to go to and get out of those pictures. Let's go look for, do a lot of searches. Let's go interactive multimedia. These are a lot of fun. If you were teaching a science class, you might want to dissect a frog. So all you've got to do is click it and drag him in, just like so. And now you can actually do a virtual frog dissection right there on your computer. And when the time comes, you want to save all the work that you've done. All you've got to do is you can click right here. It's going to open up a little prompt. And as it saves, the file type that it's going to save it as is .notebook. So if you see a .notebook, that is a Smart Notebook file. I'm just going to call this one frog. I'll save it to my desktop. I click Save. I'd recommend that as you're working, if you're working on a lot of different pages, go ahead and save your work as you're going, just to make your life a little easier. All right, now that concludes the basic operation of Smart Notebook. There's a lot of different things you can do here. Anything that you can, say you wanted to save a picture, for instance. Let me move this out of the way. We're going to take a picture of our Warhawk logo, and I want to just drag it off my desktop right into, wow, that's a big picture, into my Smart Notebook. And I'm going to optimize this. And now you can see I have Curtis, the Warhawk, right there on my Smart Notebook. And all I had to do was drag him straight off my desktop into the file. And of course I can adjust the size even further, making it smaller. So you can see you can do a lot of different things using the software included with the Smart Notebook. In any event, that concludes this quick tutorial on the Smart Notebook. My email address is on your screen right now. If you run into problems, please don't hesitate to contact me, and good luck with your Smart Notebook.